Hi there, good morning. Thanks for watching. I'm Sarah. I am a traditional Usui Reiki Master teacher, a holistic life coach, and a yoga teacher. And as we awaken in these amazing and interesting times, I have a lot of folks who are reevaluating their life and reevaluating their purpose. And I wanted to talk a little bit today about what it feels like to first awaken. Like what am I talking about when I even say that? And it all begins by just realizing that you are not your mind, that you are not your body, that you are a spirit on earth. And maybe this is something you already knew, and religion taught you this, and you have a certain awareness, but now all of a sudden you can feel it, you can taste it. It is very, very real, and it's maybe making you a little bit uncomfortable because you haven't been given the tools to nurture this higher level of consciousness. So you literally wake up one day and your life no longer makes sense. The people around you no longer understand you, and you see things differently, and your perception is different, and yet you're not quite sure what to do about it. And maybe you start looking for, trying some meditation or some yoga or reading some books, and you catch glimpses of this higher state of awareness, but you're still feeling a little bit lost and a little bit kind of like you get a new car and you're not quite sure how to drive it. You're not quite sure what to do with it, where to go with it. And so you just question everything. You question and overanalyze yourself and those around you and every choice that you make. And maybe you have a certain intuition, but because your mind is programmed in a certain way, you're not able to follow it, and you're not able to just surrender and go with what you're being guided to do. And you go back and forth. Somebody, I forget which one of my students said to me the other day, it's like chewing gum. You chew on it and you chew on it and you chew on it, and then you don't do anything about it, and it doesn't really become anything. And so the first thing that you want to do when you start feeling this way is find yourself a community of people like you who do understand you, who see your higher level of consciousness, who can communicate with you at a deeper level, whom you can have real conversations with instead of just, the weather and the small talk and how are the kids and all of that. Can we go a little bit deeper, and can we open our hearts to share with each other what this new level of consciousness and awakening feels like? And when you do that, you actually not only nurture that consciousness within you, but it's almost as if you give others permission to remember, because that's the truth. This is nothing out of the ordinary. This is what's supposed to be happening at this time on earth. We're supposed to be remembering. And when we have the courage to have these awakened conversations with each other and really express our feelings and how we see things differently and we perceive things differently and take things to a higher paradigm of understanding, we allow, it's like opening the channel for the energy to flow into this realm. And so it's really the most important thing that we can do to really begin to connect, go within, and then inspire others to also awaken and share this higher level of consciousness. And this shows up in every relationship, at home and at work, every conversation you have, every choice that you make. Every time you say yes, every time you say no, well, it's terrifying. No, it's not terrifying, it's exciting. That's a good point. A lot of people are scared of the darkness that is being amplified. Don't be. Because there's light on the other side that's also being amplified, and it's up to us to see which channel we connect to. And so it's actually not terrifying times, it's the most exciting time. And when you are able to see that from a place of fearlessness, then the noise out there just becomes that, a little bit of noise. It's a little bit funny, really. It's not that I want to be cold and detached from, the suffering. The truth is the suffering to the people who are suffering is very real to them. But it doesn't mean that it's reality. It just means that that is all that they see, and because their perception is limited, they actually suffer and struggle. And that's what I'm inviting you to do. I'm inviting you to say, okay, open your eyes, wake up, come and join my group, come and take some of my classes, and let me show you how to use this higher state of awareness for the greater good, instead of feeling overwhelmed and lost, because it's like you open your eyes and what you see is not what you thought was there. Things just look differently, they feel differently, people, you see right through them, and sometimes that can be a little bit disconcerting. But don't fear. Instead, search for the help that you need. Find a teacher that can help guide you and help you remember and reconnect you to this energy of light and love that's also being amplified to counter some of the darkness. Listen, the darkness is real, but light is a lot more powerful than darkness if we don't fear it. You just have to know how to drive the car. You just have to know how to use that in a very practical way. I have a video, I'll put the link below on the comments, on something I call practical spirituality, which is the idea that spirituality is right here, right now, in this conversation. It's not a temporary state of consciousness that you experience for a few moments, and then you go back to your miserable life and your miserable job and, all the troubles in your home. But instead, you use this higher consciousness and this higher awareness to make the changes that you need to make in your relationships at home and at work. And you use that to awaken others and to keep that consciousness within you flowing and serving from a place of unconditional light and love. So I only had a few minutes to log in live. I have to go because I have to go teach now. But I'll put the link below. Thank you so much for watching. I look forward to hearing from you. Book a call with me if this is the first time that you're watching me. Please make sure to join my group. I have a private group. I'm on the page right now, but I also have a private group. Just scroll through the page, go visit my group and ask to join. I do a few more lives in there than out here. But for some reason I was guided to come out here this morning, and maybe some of you needed to hear this and watch this. So here's the message from the universe. Have a wonderful day, everybody. Namaste. Bye-bye.